Hey guys, this is Kat. In this video I wanted to talk to you about the lunar cycle and how I view the moon and how it's a part of my spirituality. So to start off with, I thought I would let you know that ever since I was a child, I've always found the moon to be magnificent. I've always found it to be very attractive and to have this ability to sort of draw me in with its presence. There is something about the moon that just makes me want to sit there or lay there for hours and just stare at it and take it in and to literally just bathe in its light. So whenever there is a full moon, I love to be able to do those things. Sometimes I go for a walk in the evening just to be able to get out and be with the moon, especially by myself, like just a walk where I don't have to talk to anybody and I can just enjoy that time and that connection. And yeah, like when I was younger and I used to go camping, I loved laying out underneath the stars and just enjoying the spectrum of celestial wonders that we are privy to when we live on planet Earth. You know, no matter where you are, you have that. You have the moon and the stars and their light. And when I first started practicing Wicca and paganism, I loved how, like, one of the most fun things about this spirituality is the fact that the moon can be a very intrinsic part of your spiritual path if you want to make it like that. And for me, I definitely did want to do that. Oh, I wanted to show you, I'm wearing a shirt today that actually has the moon phases on it that I've owned for a few years, and it happens to be one of my favorite tops. So this is it here. Hopefully you guys can see it here. Anyway, yeah, that's my shirt. I try not to wear it out because then I won't have it anymore and I'll miss it. So yeah, oh, and on my altar here I have this candle which has a picture of the moon on it. And I also have a sun candle holder that I use when I'm doing rituals and things that would have to do with working with the sun and its energies and meditating on those qualities. But that's the one I use for my full moon rituals or for any other moon rituals, really. Let's see, so when I'm working with different cycles or phases of the moon, I find that during the full moon and also while the moon is waxing, I will take opportunity to do spells to bring things to fruition in my life, to attract, intensify, magnetize, like anything like that. Those types of work that I'm trying to do in my life, I will do a magical component to sort of emphasize anything that I'm really wanting to achieve or to draw in. And then obviously, like when I'm trying to like release things or let go of things, or to sort of get through a difficult phase faster, I will do that kind of work, like that kind of meditation or spell work during the waning period of the moon. And then during the dark moon, I don't really do anything too pensive or too overly cerebral, but I will just take some very quiet time to just passively reflect upon things in my life, just to allow any kind of emotions or thoughts, or even like just the seeds of emotions or thoughts to sort of surface. I used to be the kind of person, and when I say used to be, I mean for most of my adult life, with the exception of like the last few years, I used to stuff things down, like whether it was negative emotions or positive. I used to stuff a lot of things down before it even had a chance to surface. And so I was oftentimes working against my true desires or my true, like, whether it was my desires or things that I didn't want, I was kind of not in alignment with myself. And it wasn't on purpose. I wasn't doing it as like a coping mechanism or anything per se. It was just, I guess it was just something, well, maybe it was a coping mechanism, but I learned it so long ago that I didn't realize that it was something that I was doing. And I did find at certain times in my life that this hindered me. And when I discovered that I tended to stuff things down, I was almost surprised because I used to journal a lot and I always thought that that was me bringing things up. But stuff that you're able to like write about is already stuff that's been percolating for at least a little while, or it's something so big that it kind of hits you in the face when it happens. Whereas those littler things, the subtle the subtle hints of being upset about something or not trusting something or wanting something else for yourself, sometimes we just don't see that stuff right away unless we're really in tune, unless we're really taking quiet reflection time every now and then. Throughout like a month even in just 1 month's time, so much happens to us. You know, we have such busy, jam-packed lives with tons of stimulation and relationships and things going on, and we're often multitasking, and it can really build up quickly. So I like to use the dark moon to sort of just go off the radar for a few hours during a day and just be with myself and see what comes up. Maybe nothing, maybe something, but just to kind of give myself the chance to do that. So yeah, I guess you could say that I use the lunar phases as an aid or as a tool for personal development, but it's not something that I adhere to. Like, I don't specifically do something for every single moon phase. It's just that I just keep awareness as the cycle revolves and as I evolve. I just try to hold awareness in my mind of what's going on within me and around me. And one of the most magical things to me about the dark moon is how, you know, when the moon is dark, the moon is still there, we just can't see it, right? Because there's a shadow being cast upon it by the earth. And it's just a reminder that just because we can't see things in life doesn't mean that they're not still there. And just because I can't see a certain quality in myself that maybe I see in other people that I admire doesn't mean that I don't also have that quality, right? That light is also within me too, but maybe there's something blocking it. So yeah, that's just a few of the ways that I work with the moon and how I interpret it and appreciate it. And like I said, the moon has been one of the most magical and fun aspects of being a practicing pagan and Wiccan for me. Yes, so on that note, I am going to end this video. I'm looking forward to doing my full moon ritual tonight, and if you're doing one as well, or at any time in the future, I wish you all the best with that. And as always, I'm sending you lots of love and wishing you a blessed, magical day.